So here's the table that we had. Not a bad table. We got this from Pier 1 Imports. Pretty table, but we wanted a little bit, something a little bit more substantial. And I had my eye on a Arhaus table, which is my inspiration for this project. At some point, my daughter put this bench there. We removed the other table, put the bench, and still, you know, that table kept calling my name. But $2,000, well, actually right now it's $2,000 because it's on sale, but $2,500, I believe, that's the price for this. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous table. Here's the inspiration. So what do? We went off to Home Depot and we got some of this 6x6 pieces of wood. Very, very heavy, and no, they wouldn't cut it at Home Depot. We laid them out in the garage.
Squat here. Well, so to our surprise as well, we're gonna have to cut this ourselves. Unfortunately at Home Depot they weren't able to cut it for us, so we were like, well, you know what, that's fine, that's okay, we got plenty of muscle and plenty of time, let's do it ourselves. So we're gonna get started. Mom measured out exactly where we need. We're gonna start at this first line versus that one. It'll make a difference. Even though it's not that big from this perspective, end result, it'll make a big difference. So let's get started with chipping away at this muscle. Plenty of time and plenty of muscle that we have. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. So as I was moving to a different tool with Mom's guidance, of course, we have our little helper per usual, Valentina. She came in, she heard the commotion. She was like, it's my time to shine, ladies. I gotta come in. What do I have to do? What do I need to do?
After we did all four sides with the handheld saw, then we just took a regular saw and just cut it. That's where the muscle came in. Yeah, we took turns. My daughter and I, we kept taking turns because our arm was killing us. But let me tell you, it was well worth it. The end result to this table, oh my gosh, it was worth the muscle that we put in. This was actually pretty fun, just hitting it with the hammer. Whatever I had around, I started to use it just to make all these dents and scratches. We took turns again with my daughter. It was actually very therapeutic, I would say. Although I wanted to mimic a little bit of what the inspiration for this project was, I also wanted to give it my own touch and just do different designs in there. Not necessarily designs, but the scratches and the dents that we were doing. Just little things that would represent who we are. At one point, my daughter, I believe she was trying to carve an M for our last name, but she ended up scratching that and it just made it even prettier. once we put in the stains, it just made it so much, like it made it stand out. This was probably the most time consuming for the overall project, having to do all these dents and scratches throughout the wood. Not only did we have to do it on the top, we also did it on the sides and also side of the legs, and also on the bottom, or like the inside of the legs. So it did take quite a few hours, and if not days, for us to complete it. But it was a lot of fun, just, you know, going at it and just chipping away. You can see anything that we found around the garage is what we were using. This little tool here just made little dents that whenever you put the stain on top of it, it just makes it look so pretty. Now, when we were at Home Depot, we looked at a couple of different 6x6s, and we ended up choosing the one with the most character, at least that's how we want to say it, which had a little bit of dents and knobs and you know, just different things already in there that would add more to the actual piece of wood. Like that right there, look at that crack. It looks so pretty once it's done and all put together. The next step was adding glue. As you can see here, I added a great amount of wood glue, and then I put the other piece of wood on top of it, and this is what makes the top of the table. And I left it about 24 hours for it to really dry. Next up, I added it was pretty tight with the wood, but I wanted to make sure it didn't come apart eventually, so I did ended up putting this mending plates. Very economic. I found this again at Home Depot. I think they were about $2 and some change. I want to say 2 of them came in each packet, either 2 or 3 of them. But yeah, just secure them in with the screws that were included in there. Again, it just gave it an additional security to make sure they didn't come apart. Thank you so much for joining and watching our video today. We really appreciate you stopping by. We hope that this gives you some inspiration to tackle your own projects. As mentioned before, the inspiration for this table cost over $2,000. We ended up spending a little over $200 with all the materials, and we have plenty of wood left for us to create a bench, which is coming up in the future, in some future videos. But again, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so that we know that you like this content. Thank you, and you guys have a blessed day.